Welcome back to Stocklabs for another market recap. We are about to finish July, and it was a pretty good week for markets. It was okay. It wasn't quite as explosive as some prior weeks over the last couple months, but market held up pretty well. We had the big week the prior week, and sort of holding on to those gains for the most part. Index wise, best performer was the Dow up 2%, then IWM was up 1.5%. S&P was up 60, 70 basis points, and the Qs actually fell in the week almost 1%, down 90 basis points, but the Qs have had a kind of historic run to the first half of the year, so I mean, who can really complain at this point? TLT bonds were up, 0.5%, but they're still kind of around those, people are looking for another leg up in rates. A lot of that has to do with the Fed and what the Fed sort of says their outlook is going to be after the next rate hike. But overall, good week. Not a whole lot to poke holes at least just on the surface. If we look at our leadership stocks, they were not the best. Again, NASDAQ fell 1% this week, but these guys fell more than that, almost triple that, or more than triple that, down 3.2% overall. You got Tesla down almost 8%. You got Meta down 5%. Now, these stocks have been on gigantic runs. They're more than doubles for the year. So, again, how can you really complain even if you got whacked in it this week? The lone green one was Apple. So remember, we sort of said the last couple weeks Apple's been near the bottom of this performance chart, but it's like when these ones aren't doing anything, everybody defaults back to this $3 trillion company that seemingly, how can you lose? Microsoft only down almost 0.5%, but not too much. Nvidia down 2.4. Semis were a little soft this week, but it is what it is. So if we look at industries for the week, and just along the headlines, obviously technology was down. Actually, median tech stock was down the same as the NASDAQ. Rest of all the industries were up. So basic materials had a nice week, up 2%. Utilities were up 2%. Consumer 1.25% to the upside, and then the rest were kind of mixed in here, 0.5% to 80 basis points, something like that. Nothing too special one way or another. Top performers for the week, subsector wise, you see a lot of these regional banks on here. So I think the market has kind of accepted that there's no issues here with these banks anymore. So, they're going to continue to buy them back up to, whatever levels that they got whacked down from back in the first quarter and early second quarter when the Silicon Valley Bank was blowing up. Seems like ages ago now, but that happened this year. So on the other side, you see some of these other sort of financial type industries. Got savings and loans. These are big banks. Got investment houses. Some insurance stuff is moving up, but overall, at the top of the list, it's the regional banks. Everything else, wasn't too notable. On the downside, again, we don't have anything. So there's not much liquidation going on anywhere in the market. So kind of things are just taking turns leading one week or another. And there isn't really a whole lot of just downside manifesting in the market. I mean, people like stocks now, so there's it's just a matter of picking which ones you're going to get the most gains from that week. It seems like, but you're not getting hurt particularly bad being in some random thing either. Maybe it'll be down, but it's not like you're getting crushed. If we look at breadth by market cap, most likely it will tell a similar story. We've got 1 to 5 billion up 1.62%. 5 to 10 billion is up 1.25. Basically the same thing. We've got 10 to 50 billion up 1.33. Everything moving up very slightly. 50 to 100 billion is up 1.21%. And the Terra caps, 100 billion plus market caps, are up 1.33% for the week. So very tight range between the cap ranges. Anywhere from 1.2% to 1.35%, no matter where you were across the spectrum. So just a general lift in the market. Everything got about the same bid. There wasn't like, any sort of skew towards small caps or large caps or anything like that. It was just, a gentle lift in risk for the week. So, it's just not a lot of insight to draw from this sort of distribution being so uniform. If we look at intelligence for this week, we've got home builders, top pick, got China, got bull Apple, bear treasury, bull crypto, bull gold miners, bull industrials, bull turkey, and bull semiconductors. So nice mix. You got home builders. Apple is kind of the S&P / NASDAQ. Semiconductors is good to see on here, but you can see there's more of a list than there has been in prior weeks, where this list would be sort of dry. On the downside, we also have a fairly large selection here. Okay, bear semiconductors is the most bearish, so bullish semiconductors again. Dow Jones Internet bear is bearish, so bull Dow Internet stocks. I'm gonna ignore dry bulk index, and then we've got VIX is bearish, Ultra Pro Dow. So I think this is a bull ETF. Maybe the Dow will pause. You see a rotation back to tech, something like that. Oil is bearish. Natty gas got a big bounce. Maybe that's it though. Got another bear VIX. We've got bear Qs, so bullish Qs. We've got bull PayPal is bearish, so bearish PayPal, and we got VIX again bearish. So, I mean, I think just based on everything on the whole, you're going to be seeing a bullish week. Now, it's the end of the month. We are past option expiration. So I think, maybe you see a little bit of range expansion, like there will be some back and forth action in the market, but overall, I think you're going to see upside by the end of the week, especially right as we get toward month end. And yeah, it should be pretty uneventful other than that. I mean, we're going to get some sort of statements from the Fed, I think. But really everybody knows what the deal is, or at least the market is thinking it knows what the deal is. So I wouldn't expect anything major to come out of that. Fed historically never wants to surprise the market with anything. They will signal like weeks and months in advance before any kind of like, I don't know, shifting course or stance or whatever. So yeah, the week should be fine, and hope you guys are enjoying your summer. It's pretty low key in the market, so you have some time to go do other things. And I'll be back next week to recap how everything went. So we'll talk to you then. Bye.